Okay, Manny, can you just tell me what Javier, or all the things that you told me about Javier in January before he left the project?
Yeah, I mean, he would just show up and open the door. Basically, it seems like that was his job: open the door and just go back to his truck. He didn't really work or anything. And if we did send him to get stuff, it would just take hours. I mean, the the discount builders is literally like a half an hour walk, and it'd take 2 hours. If he goes to the bathroom, because we took the bathroom off and we decided just to go right here down the coffee shop, which they let us use, you know.
And his trips to discount builders, it's like a 2 5-minute drive. It's really super close.
Right,
And he'd
right,
take hours for each trip.
right. So I mean, it's unjust for him to say that he was here working when while we were here, he wasn't here at all, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's claiming that he was working overtime, that he was working on the weekends, that he was,
No,
doing all this hard work and like, tell me about his lunch breaks, his bathroom breaks.
well, the lunch breaks, it would be with us, it would be more than an hour sometimes. Sometimes we would take less or more. It would be quite about the same. But as for the work hours and him staying in the truck, that's not working, you know. And,
Yeah.
And you can tell you can tell on the paychecks from thing he had like 100 hours when me and Jorge had like 50 or 60 hours before he was let go.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, I know. I
total
mean,
bullcrap,
he's
you know?
claiming loads of hours right now, which is just lies. It's honestly lies.
Right.
When he would take a bathroom break, tell me about that.
He would go to Safeway instead of going to the cafe shop, which they let us use, you know. Safeway is like on Safeway on 14th and Castro. It's 2 hour bathroom break.
2 hour bathroom break. How many hours do you think he actually worked? Like actual working with you and Jorge, like getting stuff done?
He would be here, but it doesn't seem like he had a clue to what he was doing, you know. He might have worked like 3 or 4 hours a day.
3 or 4 hours a day.
It's just he would go to his truck because he didn't know what he was doing. Once we came in, he wanted to keep up, but it was overwhelmed, and he didn't want to say, "Oh, I don't know how to do it," just to keep a job, you know. But literally, he would work 3 to 4 hours a day. If not, he would just stand there looking at the thing or make conversation all day, you know.
Yeah,
Just
and
not-
he spent a lot of time in his truck.
Yes.
Yeah, and would he listen to you as a boss? Like if he didn't know, so I remember you also saying that he didn't know how to do things, but then you tell him, but then he wouldn't listen to you as a boss. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Like I would instruct him on how to do things, and I even spend my time showing him how to read the plans and everything, because there's no point of me not teaching anybody.
Of course, yeah.
So then I would not waste my time, but waste work hours trying to teach him how to do or why things are done the right way, and he would just not abide by it.
Yeah, I mean, one of my goals with him was I wanted him to learn how to, see a house construction from the ground up and really learn skills, and it didn't seem like he was really willing to learn from you.
Right.
Yeah.
It just seems like he thought he was the manager of the project just because he was here before us. So I
What time did he usually arrive? What do you think?
He usually arrived at the same time, like eight past, a little bit past 8.
So his job was to
Almost
unlock
open.
the door and lock the door.
Yes, ma'am.
That was it. That's
Basically.
pretty much what he did.
Yeah, he would help us every now and then, and I would tell him to do things, and we would just have to fix them or check them again, you know.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
kind of hard having a worker where you tell him how to do it and what to do, and then having to check his work again.
Yeah.
It was almost like being at school.
Yeah, I remember you also saying that when he left, you and Jorge were able to get more done.
Yes.
Why is that?
Well, because he's not making conversation.
Yeah.
Because it's usually him talking to us, or not necessarily, nothing work related. If it's work related, then we can all talk and work. But when it's about the weekend or whatever, people just hold up and not work and listen to the conversation,
Yeah. Do you guys feel like you're better off without him?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So about 3-4 hours of work a day.
More or less.
More or less.
Yeah, I mean, sitting in your truck or just on the phone, because he would always be on the phone with somebody.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
not
I remember every time I came here, he was poking around outside, texting,
Right.
sitting on the steps in his truck, whatnot.
So to me, that's not really working.
No, of course not. It's not working at all. I had no idea. I honestly had no idea that this was happening until you told me sometime in January. I had no clue that he wasn't a good team contributor. I did not know that. Okay, is there anything else you wanted to say about Javier's working?
It's more than just being here, because I could sit here and not get,
Yeah,
I can't get paid for just sitting on my ass all day.
Yeah, he's also saying he was working overtime hours and weekends.
No.
Yeah.
Or else this house would have been picked up or would have been done,
Yeah.
You can tell by the progress that.
Yeah, I mean, it took him 5 months to do demolition.
Right, it should only take
a few weeks. Yeah, well, I think that Jorge said that it should take 2 weeks.
Yeah, it takes a lot longer to take the trash out, more so than just knocking things out.
Yeah.
Pretty
It's
pretty.
It's very clear to me what happened, but I didn't know it at the time. Okay, anything else?
No.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Manny.
Jorge, no, dile tu nombre.
Ya, mi nombre es Jorge Rocha Cuellar.
Y estaba preguntando la señora que era el trabajo de José.
¿De Javier?
De Javier, sí.
El trabajo de Javier, él decía que él era un manager, que la güera lo tenía de encargado, por eso él no hacía nada, por estar chequeando los planos. Y pues uno confiado, ¿verdad? Pues yo no trabajábamos juntos, pero él sí era demasiado muy flojillo, más se la pasaba sentado en la camioneta. Dice que él los estaba chequeando porque la güera le metía presión. Y ahorita viene a resultar que no, que era cualquier empleado, ¿verdad?
Y si trabajaba, ¿cuántas horas trabajaba?
Cuando llegaba en la mañana, llegaba a las 8 de la mañana y se iba al baño una hora al baño y nomás se la pasaba sentado en la camioneta.
¿Pero como cuántas horas trabajaba?
Javier estaba todo el día, pero nomás trabajaba como 3-4 horas. Ya, sí.
Y luego, en tema de los breaks, como cuánto, aparte del baño.
El tema del break se aventaba hacia una hora y llegando tomaba break, tomaba café y todo, ¿verdad? Yo no me podía meter ahí porque pues decía, pues no trabaja con nosotros, ¿verdad?
Right.
Trabaja para ella, ¿verdad?
Right.
Porque él decía que ella lo tenía mucha presión a Javier porque él es un manager. Y como yo no hablo muy bien inglés y pues nunca se me ocurrió preguntarle a ella, ¿verdad? Pero Javier sí era, la primera vez que yo llegué aquí no estaba haciendo nada.
Y luego dice que estaba trabajando overtime, que sea sábado y domingo.
No, nomás vino un sábado, dos sábados. Y nomás vino aquí yo a trabajar y él estaba sentado en la camioneta. Sí.
And then both of you guys had said that you'd go to the labor office with me.
Yeah.
And that is very, very much appreciated. Thank you. Jorge, you good with that too? Yeah.
Yeah, there's no troubles. I mean,
Yeah, I really appreciated that offer. Also, I wish I would have known this stuff about Javier early on in the project. I didn't really realize it until, I think, Manny, you said something kind of like a side comment, and I was like, wait, he's not. In my impression, I thought he was working just as hard as you guys, but
Right.
I really had no idea.
Y el proyecto que hizo Javier fue demasiado tiempo, 4 o 5 meses de moler esta casa y si no solamente son 2 semanas, 3 semanas máximo. Sí. Es mucho tiempo, le estuvo quitando mucho dinero, ¿verdad? Y también está el error de quitar el techo, por eso no podemos trabajar bien por mucha agua.
Yeah.
Sí.
Cool.
Sí.
Anything else you want to add?
I think that sums it
That's
up.
it?
It's pretty
Okay.
much-
Cool. Thank
Sí.
you very much.
You're welcome.